Hi. Well, here's one for you. Bad bosses are not bad people. And I really believe that because I believe that the majority of people do not go to work deliberately to do a bad job. They do not go to work deliberately to create a toxic culture. And I'll use the caveat of the word most people. And I believe that the people that we label as bad bosses do not deliberately go to work and proudly wear the badge of being disrespectful, non-inclusive, a bully, a cutthroat, and so on. And they are characteristics and traits we assign to bad bosses. But if those people deliberately set out to be all of those things, then you're talking about megalomaniacs, you're talking about tyrants, you're talking about total dictators, you're talking about despots. And would you really label a bad boss? We've all had a bad boss in our time. And would you label them as that? I really don't believe so. I think one of the biggest issues we have is that we put people into people leadership roles because they've reached a point on their career path that they can go no further without becoming a people leader. We need to provide people who do not want to do people leadership with an alternative career path. Call them individual contributors. Allow them to coach and mentor other people who are working in their area of subject matter expertise. There's plenty of ways they continue to add value. And I can go back to the 1990s when I worked back in the UK, and my team worked alongside the DB2 team. And I'll use the guy's name as Dan. And Dan was a great person, helpful, courteous, liked by everyone, and an expert in his field. He was a great problem solver, a great, innovator, and he loved complex problem solving. And he'd reached the point where he could not be promoted and given an extra pay unless he became the team leader. So Dan was put into that position of team leader, a role he did not want, and a role that Dan couldn't undertake. He didn't want to lead people and do performance management and set career paths and all the things that people leaders do. He wanted to continue to be the expert in his field. And unfortunately for the team, it was devastating, and it was for Dan. And Dan left the organisation. Now, the organisation lost one brilliant talent because they had no option in place for Dan to progress his career as an individual contributor. So I sincerely believe that we put people into these situations and they become what we call the bad bosses. I'll talk to you tomorrow.